Imagine someone who walks not with arrogance, but with alignment. Their steps aren't rushed. Their shoulders aren't tight. Their expression isn't searching for approval. They move through the world as if they already belong in it, as if they trust themselves enough to be exactly where they are, without apology. This kind of presence is magnetic because it is rare. Most people carry tension, anxiety, or the silent plea to be noticed. But the one who carries inner steadiness does not chase attention. It arrives naturally. And when someone feels this steadiness, it stirs something deep in them. They can sense self-respect. They can sense emotional clarity. They can sense that you are not desperate for anything. And because of that, you are worth their attention. Your energy speaks in subtle ways. The softness of your breath, the openness of your posture, the ease with which you hold yourself. It communicates that you are comfortable in your own skin. That comfort invites others to relax around you. Attraction isn't built by trying to impress. It's built by creating a feeling. When someone feels good around you, when they feel lighter, calmer, or more alive simply by being in your presence, they associate that feeling with you. And that is where instant attraction blooms, silently and powerfully. This invisible flirting doesn't require strategy. It requires self-alignment. People are drawn to what feels stable. They are drawn to what feels authentic. When your energy is settled, when your heart is free of the noise of insecurity, when you're not performing but simply existing with intention, others sense it. They feel a pull they can't explain. They feel safe but also curious. Calm yet intrigued. It's the kind of attraction that whispers rather than shouts, yet somehow reaches deeper. You don't need to speak to create chemistry. Sometimes the most powerful introduction you ever make is wordless. When your presence carries confidence without ego, softness without weakness, and strength without force, people feel it instantly. A person may not remember what you wore or how you moved, but they will remember how you made them feel the moment your energy brushed against theirs. And if your energy is grounded, warm, and self-assured, that feeling will stay with them long before they ever hear the sound of your voice. True attraction is rarely about what you say. It is far more about who you are beneath the surface. The most powerful form of flirting is not in flashy gestures, over-the-top compliments, or trying to force a connection. It is in the quiet, unwavering confidence that flows from within. This is the kind of confidence that doesn't demand recognition or validation, that doesn't seek to impress, yet somehow draws people in as if by gravity. When someone possesses it, every glance, every movement, every smile carries an energy that others cannot ignore. They feel it before they consciously notice it, and it makes them curious, intrigued, and naturally drawn toward you. There is no pretense, no effortful charm, just a serene certainty that you are enough exactly as you are. Imagine entering a room and feeling no need to compete for attention. You don't have to dominate conversations or overcompensate with words. Instead, you carry yourself with an inner stillness that signals self-assuredness. That stillness invites others in, not through demand, but through quiet magnetism. People are instinctively drawn to those who appear comfortable in their own skin because it reflects a sense of security that they themselves crave. When someone exudes this kind of confidence, it whispers, "I am complete, yet I am open," and the effect is irresistible. This is the foundation of invisible flirting, showing that you value yourself, that you have boundaries, and that you exist as a person of depth rather than a collection of actions meant to impress. The subtle power of quiet confidence lies in its paradox. It is not loud, yet it is commanding. It is humble, yet it is noticeable. It does not force connection, yet it creates a gravitational pull that others cannot resist. In interactions, it manifests in simple ways. A calm, steady voice, relaxed posture, and the ability to hold eye contact without urgency. There is no need to fill every silence with chatter or to prove your worth through clever words. The presence alone, the unspoken assurance that you are enough, communicates more than any practiced line ever could. People are instinctively attracted to someone who doesn't seek approval because it feels safe, authentic, and rare in a world filled with insecurity and over-eagerness. Confidence also allows space for others to feel seen. When you are not wrapped up in self-doubt, you can focus your attention on the other person without judgment or distraction. This attentiveness, combined with a serene self-assuredness, makes people feel valued without even realizing why. It's a delicate balance between being grounded in yourself and being present for them. They feel the pull because it is both reassuring and intriguing, a combination that stimulates desire and curiosity simultaneously. When confidence is silent, subtle, and rooted in authenticity, it becomes one of the most effective, invisible flirting techniques there is. You are not trying to be attractive, you simply are, and in that being, attraction is naturally created. There is a quiet power in the way our eyes connect, a language more ancient than words, more intimate than conversation. Eye contact is one of the most potent tools of invisible attraction, yet it is often misunderstood and misused. The eyes have the ability to communicate desire, curiosity, and admiration without a single syllable. A glance can linger, hold, and spark a connection that words may never achieve. But this is not about staring or creating discomfort. It is about presence, awareness, and subtle intention. The right kind of gaze makes someone feel seen, acknowledged, and recognized on a level that bypasses the surface of social interaction and touches something deeper within them. The art of meaningful eye contact begins with calmness and steadiness. When your gaze meets another person's, it should not be anxious, searching, or needy. Instead, it should be an invitation, a quiet acknowledgement of the other's presence. A look that holds for just a heartbeat longer than usual can ignite curiosity and intrigue, drawing someone in without force. It is a form of communication that transcends words because it conveys confidence, emotional availability, and a sense of awareness. People are naturally attracted to those who can hold their gaze without pressure, without a hidden agenda, and without the need to fill silence with noise. There is a depth in such connection that feels electric yet effortless. Subtlety is the key. The most magnetic eye contact is never exaggerated or performative. It is the natural pause between glances, the fleeting look that lingers long enough to be noticed but short enough to leave room for imagination. When someone catches your eyes and senses your calm and measured attention, they feel an unspoken recognition as though their presence is valued simply for existing. This creates a magnetic pull, not because of what is being said, but because of what is being felt. People are drawn to mystery and depth, and eye contact, when used skillfully, communicates both simultaneously. It allows someone to experience a moment of being seen without the intrusion of words or gestures. Eye contact also communicates confidence and self-possession. Someone who can meet your gaze without fear or hesitation signals that they are comfortable with themselves and their surroundings. This quiet assurance is deeply attractive because it demonstrates that they are not seeking validation. They are already grounded in their own being. At the same time, a well-timed glance can communicate warmth, humor, or playful interest, creating subtle tension that draws people closer. It becomes an invisible dance of energy that both excites and reassures, a magnetic push and pull that makes interactions feel alive without effort. When practiced with mindfulness and intention, eye contact transforms simple interaction into a powerful vehicle of invisible attraction. It is a silent conversation, a wordless magnetism, a connection that lingers long after the eyes have parted. Those who master this art understand that attraction is not about grand gestures or forced charm. It is about presence, subtlety, and emotional resonance. A single intentional glance can speak volumes, awaken curiosity, and establish a connection that feels both profound and instantaneous. In the realm of invisible flirting, the eyes are not merely windows. They are the gateway to attraction itself. Connection is not built solely on words or actions. It is built on the rhythm between two people, the subtle dance of energy that occurs when one person mirrors the other without thought or effort. Invisible attraction thrives on this natural harmony, this unspoken synchronicity that makes someone feel understood and aligned with you on a level deeper than conversation. When you match the pace, tone, or emotional rhythm of another, it creates a sense of familiarity, comfort, and subconscious trust. People are instinctively drawn to those who feel familiar because it signals safety and ease even before any conscious judgment is made. This invisible technique of mirroring allows connection to form organically, and it often produces attraction without the other person even realizing why they are pulled toward you. The art of matching rhythm begins with awareness. It is not about mimicry or manipulation, but about attunement. Notice the speed of their speech, the cadence of their laughter, the subtle gestures they use, and the energy they carry. When you reflect these elements in a natural and gentle way, it creates a resonance that feels effortless and harmonious. People instinctively like those who feel in tune with them because the world is often chaotic, rushed, and disconnected. When someone senses that you are moving at their pace, responding to their energy, and sharing their unspoken emotional landscape, it feels like being truly seen and understood. This emotional synchronization is a powerful, invisible form of attraction because it bypasses conscious evaluation and speaks directly to the heart. Mirroring does not mean losing yourself or copying everything they do. It is a subtle, refined practice that creates balance and harmony in the interaction. You may adopt a similar tone of voice, echo a gesture, or match their energy level without appearing contrived. The key is to be authentic in your reflection, allowing it to flow naturally rather than forcing it. The more you can genuinely align with another person's rhythm while remaining grounded in your own presence, the stronger the magnetic pull becomes. People feel drawn to those who can move with them emotionally, who can create a silent resonance that feels both comforting and exhilarating. This is where invisible flirting works at its most profound level. Attraction emerges effortlessly when two energies find harmony. Timing also plays a crucial role. Matching rhythm is not about constant imitation. It is about attuning to the natural ebb and flow of interaction. There are moments to reflect their pace and moments to gently guide it, creating a dynamic interplay that stimulates curiosity and engagement. This subtle dance keeps the connection alive, preventing stagnation and maintaining intrigue. It is in this give and take of energy, this shared tempo of presence, that invisible attraction flourishes. People are drawn not only to who you are, but to how you make them feel in your presence. A sense of alignment, understanding, and effortless connection. Ultimately, the power of mirroring lies in its ability to foster emotional intimacy without words. When someone experiences this resonance, they feel a bond that is immediate and compelling. They are drawn to the comfort and familiarity of your energy, even if they cannot articulate why. This is why invisible flirting is so effective. It works beneath the surface, creating attraction through subtle emotional alignment rather than overt actions or statements. By matching the rhythm of another person, you invite them into a space where connection feels natural, safe, and magnetic. And in that space, attraction is born effortlessly, instantly, and invisibly. There is a subtle magic in mystery, a pull that cannot be manufactured, explained, or rushed. Invisible attraction thrives on the art of suggestion, the delicate balance between revealing and withholding, between openness and playful restraint. The most magnetic people are not those who broadcast every detail of themselves, but those who allow glimpses of their essence to emerge slowly, like a sunrise barely touching the horizon. This kind of subtlety creates curiosity, and curiosity is one of the most powerful drivers of human attraction. When someone cannot fully predict you, when there is a spark of unpredictability wrapped in warmth, it awakens a desire to know more, to explore further, and to engage deeper. Playfulness is the language of invisible flirting. It is not childish or frivolous. It is intentional and light-hearted. A playful tease, a knowing smile, a hint of humor in the right moment can create tension that draws someone closer without words. This is not about manipulation or mind games. It's about creating an experience that feels alive and intriguing. When you introduce playfulness into interactions, you signal that you are comfortable in your own skin, that you do not take yourself too seriously, and that engaging with you will be enjoyable. People are naturally attracted to energy that is vibrant, unpredictable, and effortless because it breaks the monotony of their daily lives and offers a taste of excitement and joy. Mystery works hand in hand with playfulness. It is the subtle withholding of information that prompts the mind to wonder, to imagine. When you do not reveal everything about yourself at once, you create space for anticipation. This anticipation builds tension, and tension is a natural precursor to attraction. Human beings are wired to seek resolution, to uncover what is hidden, and to explore the unknown. By allowing yourself to remain partially enigmatic, you tap into this innate curiosity. You do not have to fabricate stories or obscure your truth. You simply allow certain things to unfold in their own time, inviting others to participate in the discovery rather than presenting everything on a silver platter. Another key aspect of this technique is restraint. Invisible flirting is not about overwhelming someone with attention or information. It is about measured engagement that teases the senses and sparks interest without saturating it. A brief, meaningful comment, a glance that lingers just long enough, or a story that hints at depth rather than revealing all its layers can create a magnetic pull. The human mind loves puzzles, and when someone senses there is more to you than meets the eye, they are naturally drawn to uncover it. This is why mystery is such a profound element of invisible attraction. It transforms ordinary interactions into experiences that feel intriguing, dynamic, and memorable. Ultimately, invisible flirting through mystery and playfulness is about creating emotional resonance without force or overt effort. It is about allowing your essence to emerge in glimpses, inviting curiosity and engagement naturally. Attraction becomes effortless when you balance openness with subtle restraint, when you spark interest without revealing all your cards, and when you engage with lightheartedness and intention. The more you cultivate this magnetic balance, the more people are drawn to you, not because you chase them, but because your energy, your presence, and your playful mystery invite them in. It is a quiet, profound, and powerful art, and when mastered, it creates instant, lasting attraction that feels organic, effortless, and deeply magnetic. There is a form of attraction that transcends words, gestures, and even appearances. It is the magnetism of presence, the kind that comes from being fully engaged, emotionally available, and attuned to the moment. Emotional presence is not about performing or trying to impress. It is about embodying a state of awareness that makes the person in front of you feel seen, heard, and understood. When someone experiences this kind of attention, they feel a sense of safety and connection that is rare in everyday interactions. This is the ultimate invisible flirting technique because it draws people not to what you do or say, but to the energy you carry and the emotional space you create around them. Being emotionally present begins with listening, not just hearing words, but sensing the feelings behind them. When you focus entirely on the person you are with, their expressions, tone, and energy, you create a resonance that cannot be faked. People are drawn to those who make them feel genuinely understood because it validates their existence in a way few other experiences do. This kind of deep engagement communicates care, respect, and attentiveness without the need for verbal affirmation. Attraction grows naturally when someone feels that their inner world is being recognized and mirrored, and this emotional resonance forms the foundation of meaningful connection. Presence also requires vulnerability, though not in the sense of oversharing or seeking sympathy. It is the willingness to be authentic, to show your reactions, your attentiveness, and your openness without fear of judgment. When you respond genuinely to someone's energy and emotions, it creates a subtle but powerful magnetic pull. People are instinctively drawn to authenticity because it signals trustworthiness, stability, and emotional intelligence. You do not have to perform or orchestrate scenarios to attract. Simply being emotionally available and responsive is enough to create a profound sense of connection that lingers long after the interaction ends. Another aspect of emotional presence is timing and responsiveness. Being attuned to the flow of conversation, noticing when to offer a smile, a nod, or a thoughtful comment, and when to allow silence, enhances the sense of connection. It communicates that you are not rushing or distracted, but fully engaged in the shared moment. This creates an invisible but undeniable intimacy, a sense that your energy and attention are fully invested in the interaction. People feel drawn to those who make them feel important without demanding anything in return. And this is a form of invisible magnetism that words alone cannot achieve. Emotional presence also amplifies the effects of all other invisible flirting techniques. When someone experiences your calm energy, quiet confidence, meaningful gaze, playful mystery, and attunement to their rhythm, the impact is intensified if it is wrapped in emotional awareness. Presence transforms these techniques from mere gestures into experiences that feel alive, responsive, and deeply human. People are not just attracted to the external signals, they are drawn to the internal space you create, the emotional resonance that makes them feel alive, seen, and valued. This is the essence of invisible attraction. It is not in what you show, but in the way you make others feel in your presence. When you cultivate emotional presence, you become a living magnet, and connection becomes effortless, profound, and irresistible.